Well, while you're working on Diddy's Love album, there's another producer that allegedly worked on this album too, named Lil Rod.
Lil Fraud.
Hey, what's up? It's Order Spaceman. Stevie J goes crazy and he goes off Little Rod. He said that Little Rod is Little Fraud and he's lying in that lawsuit. All of those gay orgies and all of those things that he's alleging, man, he have to be lying, man, because me and Puff did shit to that little boy. So I don't know what was going on, man. But that lawsuit was just crazy. You ninjas did that shit. You ninjas get down and get freaky. So I know that it's believable. But it is what it is, man. You need to watch a full video. Let's get it.
Who filed a lawsuit that had your name all over it.
Yeah, come on. First of all,
okay. Can I just read some of this nonsense?
Man,
all right. So Lil
Rod
claims that Combs used access to Stevie J and his knowledge of Mr. Jones' admiration of Stevie J to groom and entice Mr. Jones to engage in homosexual acts. Alleges in the suit that Stevie J recruited sex workers and participated in group freak-offs. Mr. Combs informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in sexual intercourse with rapper Redacted, R&B singer Redacted, and Stevie J. And then there was a video that was included, like a screenshot. It was included in the.
I'll slap fire out of Lil Rod.
In the lawsuit,
I'll slap him
which
so
showed a homosexual scene, which he claimed was you.
Come on.
But then, gay adult film star D'Angelo Knockout Marquise
put his hand up and was like,
and
"That's
said, no, that's me. Work. I'm doing the gay shit. This is me.
That's his dirty work." But why? But listen. So his whole story got more holes in it. You know them Jamaican shirts with the holes in it? Yeah. His story got more holes in it than that.
Right. He also said that you played a significant role in carrying guns for Diddy and recruiting women for prostitution.
You hear that, man? All right. So at the end of the day, this dude. But by the way, I'm gonna tell you this.
Let me ask you a question. Was Lil Rod actually there at all?
He was there.
Yeah.
I saw him there, but he was just the engineer. He came in as the engineer. I know him from the Mary Mary's the church scene and all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I know him for a guy that a lot of people don't really rock with. A lot of people don't rock with him. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw him there, I'm like, yo, how did this dude weasel, you know what I'm saying, his way in here? You know, I don't think the dude rap too tight.
Right. I mean, the lawsuit is full of holes. Like I said, there was a picture of a gay sex act claiming it's you, and the actual guy said, no, that's me from one of my movies.
I don't play that. You know what I'm saying?
I've never heard of gay shit. I ain't got nothing
against the salami smugglers and all that. They could do that. You know what I'm saying? If they want to do that, let them do that.
Do it. Yeah.
But, you know, just, why would you want to put, I got kids.
When you read that lawsuit, what'd you think?
I have kids. I got loved ones. Yeah. My mother was alive at that point. You know what I'm saying? I got sisters and brothers. I got a long legacy.
Man, Stevie J is just trying to defend Diddy because Diddy is his buddy. He's his best friend. So understand what he's trying to say. But everyone know that you guys take advantage of Little Rod. He can't just make up that shit. Because no way, sometime you go to bed, girls are in the bed, next time you go to bed, Diddy's in the bed, and he's smiling with you, and your ass is sore, and now you're gonna tell me that Diddy did not take that shit? You're lying to me. You gotta be lying, man. So all of these ninjas be doing freaky activities. And just because Little Rod filed this lawsuit, because Little Rod got all the promise in the world from Puff Daddy, and he did not got shit. He did not got the money that he worked for. He did not got the house that Diddy promised him. So he continued giving Diddy consent. So you was wrong for doing all of this shit, man. So I don't think Little Rod was forced. He wanted to do it. So when Stevie J is gonna say all of this shit, he's just trying to pick up for Diddy. He can't do better. Diddy is the one that is helping a lot of these rappers to make money so that they can hit. So they're gonna defend Diddy regardless. So I understand that Little Rod is just a bisexual swinger that need to come out of the closet and tell the world that Puff Daddy did not force you to do shit. He did not put a gun to your head and get you to do all of these gay stuff. He was getting girl for you so that you can have sex with them. You was living your best life when you were around Puff Daddy. daddy. You was partying, exercising. Man, Little Rod did not go and look for his kids. That's how in love with Puff he is. So when you're gonna say all of this shit, we don't believe you, Little Rod. We don't believe you. You're gonna have those sour cakes. Diddy is a real bad boy. Take that, take that. Diddy is always up to that timing, man. So now you're complaining. Stop the whining, man. Chin up, chest out. Be a man about this shit. But it is what it is. Need to watch a full video. Scared
of hits, of great television work to make people laugh. Obama follow me when I'm doing television. You playing games with the right one out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna I'm not gonna entertain that shit. You know what I'm saying? When I've allowed you to come to my home and you've been around my peoples and all that, you want to, you know what I'm saying, make stories up like that about me. You know what I'm saying? Just stay in the hole where you at. Just stay buried where you at.
Well, 50 Cent commented on it.
Yeah.
You offered to box him.
Yeah. I said what I said.
Yeah.
50, congratulations on all the shit you got going on, all the shit you do. Whatever you and Puff got going on, y'all do that shit. As soon as you mention me, gloves is off. My mom's dead. Who want to go visit their mother first? Yours is too. That's how I feel. Don't put me in shit. Not unless you want to go all kamikaze. That's the type of guy I am. And so when he said what he said, it wasn't in no defense of nothing but myself. Go play in traffic. Don't play with me.
Well, his baby mother, Daphne Joy, was mentioned in the lawsuit also as a quote-unquote sex worker.
Come on,
and did you say something
Rodney's, in Little Rodney's thing, right?
Yeah, Little Rod's lawsuit.
I said something to the effect that he was mad his baby mother was ganging them.
Right. Did you see Daphne around during this time?
Yeah, she was making empanadas for us and all that.
Empanadas?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
It's a pretty good cook.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
So that's why I didn't even really want to push it too far, because it's like, I see your peoples. Like, if you want to make a joke out of it, let's keep it as a joke, right? Then if not, let's just fight for charity, right? Or just leave it like that. Because nobody want to die behind shit.
No.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, he's making a good living producing television shows. I'm making a good living producing television shows. But like, come on. You know what I'm saying?
Well, right around that time, Cassie files her lawsuit.
Yeah, I saw that.
And when people started reading through it, I read through the entire thing.
Yeah.
Even did an interview with Roger Bonds about it. And it was pretty shocking.
I don't know if you could believe what he's saying.
I think everyone has holes in their story all the way around the board. Like, honestly.
I mean, listen, I'm not going to go around talking about, yo, this man did. I'm going to talk about what I saw. And if they want to talk about, like, being a disgruntled worker or a disgruntled homie, I can't believe your story. Because you're just mad about something.
Well, you were around Puff, so you were around Cassie. That was his girl.
I mean, yeah, I saw Cassie when she came through the door with
Ryan Leslie?
Ryan Leslie with the pointy shoes on. Right. And I'm like, look at this guy. And then Puff like, let's have a dance off. That's what he told dude. And he's dancing around with the pointy shoes. I'm like, yo, this is not gonna go well.
It's not gonna go well.
Nah, he got the elf shoes on.
Puff took Cassie from Ryan Leslie.
I mean, it appears to be as such,
yes.
Right? I mean, a chick is not gonna go where she don't want to be.
No, listen, I think I've talked about this.
A female is not going to be where she doesn't want to be.
Listen, I get it. Cassie, and people have gotten mad at me about this, but this story is painted as Puff held back Cassie's career and dangled this carrot of stardom in front of her. When the reality is, let's just, as one music person to another.
Talk that talk.
Okay, like, I'm a DJ. I produced before.
Hit records.
I know hit records. I deal with artists.
Right.
Cassie had one hit song.
This is true.
She's lucky to have that hit song. But in terms of overall talent, I would say that had she just been a regular artist on Bad Boy, she would have gotten dropped a long time ago if she wasn't Puffy's girlfriend and kept getting chances over and over again. And let me tell you something. I know someone at Bad Boy who was working records during that time, and he told me flat out that when Cassie had a record, they would push it just as hard as every other Bad Boy record. People just didn't take those records because Cassie's not Mary J. Blige, she's not Mariah Carey, she's not this uber vocal talent. She's a pretty girl who had a hit song and had a boyfriend that gave her a lot of opportunities. That's how I view it.
I view it as, she had a great thing going. They had, they were both rock stars. From what I saw, they both was rock stars. It wasn't like Puff was like, yo, you better. It was like they both was rock stars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I look at it like me dating somebody for 10 years, and then after we stopped dating, it's like, yo, you did this, that, and I didn't make you do nothing. You wanted to do everything we did, or you would have broke out a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying shit was right or whatever, but she could have broke out a long time ago.
Well, the lawsuit comes out, and there's a lot of crazy stuff in this lawsuit, and Puff settles it like the next day, which a lot of people felt wasn't the greatest move, because it did. And listen, I've dealt with a lot of lawsuits.
Me too.
That I've settled as well. I've settled lawsuits that I knew I had nothing to do with, but it just made more sense to settle it. But the general public that doesn't go through lawsuits doesn't quite understand this.
True.
So when they think there's a settlement, it means that
guilty.
To them, that, oh, he's guilty and he's trying to get out of it.
Right.
When in fact, most times it's like it's cheaper to settle than to go through the court process. Right?
Me knowing myself, right? God forbid anything like that ever come across. I have to read something like that. And if I have a choice to settle this or let my daughter see it, what do you think I'm going to do?
Yeah, no, everyone says that had Puff settled this before it hit the public, everything would have been different.
I don't know about that.
That's what people say. But, who knows? Who knows?
We don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Well, because I felt that lawsuit triggered the FBI investigation.
We don't know what triggered the law. What triggered that?
We don't know that.
Cassie thing.
We don't know
a lot of people can say a lot of things. You know what I'm saying?
Right. He may have been investigated before.
I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? Then he got into a lawsuit with the liquor company. You know what I'm saying?
People like to say that that's part of it. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so the Cassie lawsuit comes out. It gets settled. Everything seems relatively calm. You're hanging out with Diddy in his mansion in Miami, and Homeland Security rushes in while you're there.
While I'm there, Dolo.
You're there by yourself.
Yeah. With he has some employees there. And
Yeah.
Stuff. Yeah.
So suddenly there's red dots all over your shirt.
Yeah. I'm like, damn, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I really could. I didn't know what to think. I didn't even think it was real at first.
Right. Now, you didn't do anything wrong, so you don't get arrested.
Right.
But did they cuff you and everything?
They didn't cuff me. They just, detain me, move me to an area. Yeah.
Well, at the same time, the Miami home gets raided. The Beverly Hills home gets raided as well.
Yeah.
So this is...
With his kids in it.
With his kids in it.
Right.
What happened when you talked to Puff after the raids?
I mean, his main thing at that moment was like, damn, I'm about to go out of to some, what is it, spring break or something with his daughters and all that, and they surrounded us. He was more hurt that his kids were subjected to that type of stuff. His twins and his sons. You know what I'm saying? He was more hurt by like that. Like, they could have called me. I'm like, it's about the embarrassment. They're not going to call you. You got great lawyers. They could have called your lawyers and said, we want to talk to the guy.
Yeah.
They didn't do that. It was more about an embarrassment thing. You know what I'm saying?
No, they want to make a spectacle out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they succeeded.
Right.
They succeeded. Okay. So now the raid happens. Well, the raids happen.
Mm-hmm.
But there is no indictment yet. But there is a grand jury. Did you talk to Puff when he realized there's a grand jury and that things might be coming down the line?
I was around him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you were in photos with him and videos and so forth.
Yeah, I was around him. And
Let me ask you a question before you answer this. And I've been saying this. Now, I don't know if you could really answer this or not because that's your man. But what I've always said was if I was in Puff's position and my homes just got raided and there is a what do you call it? An indictment possibly coming down the line, a grand jury, I would have bought a round trip ticket to Russia.
Right. Right.
Thrown away the return ticket once I got there.
Yeah, you funny. But look though.
That's what I would have done.
But then if he's taking, the position like, yo, I'm fighting this. This shit is bullshit.
Well, yeah, he's fighting it, and I mean, he made a post saying that I will fight these allegations. They're all lies and so forth. But then the Cassie hotel video comes out.
Deplorable.
Now, I've dealt with abusive women in my day.
Me too.
So you can relate to this.
Right.
When a woman attacks you, you try to
do like,
you try to restrain her, or you try to block from getting hit. But there is a line that you don't cross, at least in my life, that you don't become the aggressor. Because at that point, no matter what leads up to it, you're going to be the villain.
Right.
And in this particular case, you saw your man, Puffy, beat her like a man in a hallway. Now, I don't know what happened before, but it kind of doesn't matter.
It don't matter what happened before.
It doesn't matter.
You gotta know how to control yourself and all that.
Now, you talked about this. You said that Diddy was on a lot of drugs when this happened.
Yeah.
And, you said Roger Bonds, you said that, he's not always truthful, but the one thing that he would say was that around this era, Diddy and Cassie would have these binges, these 3-day, 4-day binges in hotel rooms. They would take a lot of drugs and take IVs afterwards. And Puffy was going into rehab during this time and so forth.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I wasn't around
okay.
At that time.
Okay. Well, but you did say he was on a lot of drugs during that time.
Oh. I kind of figured that based off just him having conversations with me about the whole scenario of what went down.
Well, you said when you saw the video, it really threw me for a loop. I always think about and talk about things I know to be true about Sean Combs, but after I saw the video, I went and saw him in Miami. We had a conversation. I let him know how affected you were by that. I didn't know he had that in him to do that. Right. My conversation with him was basically, you're one of my heroes out here. You hurt me with that.
Yeah, because like I said earlier, that's all I know is a dude who's introducing me to all, you know how many artists you named? He introducing me to all that, like, yo, we gonna be getting busy. We on private jets flying and working with different artists, from Mariah to Big to Jay to Beyonce. We just flying around working, and I didn't see that. So when I saw that video, I was as shocked as you was. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that side of him.
Right.
I did not know that even existed.
How did he react to that video being released?
It was like he was like up, because I saw the video that he made afterwards.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why'd you do that? He's like, yo, man, I know you was going to ask me that shit. He's like, I had to do it because I got daughters. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I had to let it be known that I apologize.
Yeah, no, look, I think that video was the single biggest turning point in Diddy's career. And you got to think, it's not like he's had a drama-free career.
Right.
Biggie gets killed. There was the whole celebrity basketball game where people died. There was the shooting, that him and Shine were involved in. So there was a lot of drama along the way. But this right here, seeing this video for the whole world, streamed on televisions, all, computer screens all over the world, I think that even people that were with Puffy were like, nah, I can't support that.
This is true.
Yeah.
Being around in Miami, I didn't see a lot of those guys that were around before the video. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the same,
Yeah, people, distance themselves. I saw like you, Groovy Lou, Los, King Los. Few people I saw that I knew were around Diddy, but not that many.
But it's cool. When you go through things, you really know who rocking with you,
Yeah.
You really know who rocking with you. That's all.
Do you think that at that point, Diddy felt like he was about to get arrested?
I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? Because he's still like the type of guy that to keep everything to himself type. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But then at one point, he did get arrested in New York.
Yes, he did. On that Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to him a couple hours before that, yep.
What was the conversation like?
It was like, yo, what's up? Boom. He's like, what you got going? Earlier that day, we talked first. And I showed him the video. I was out with my mom because it was right after, I think, Labor Day or something. I went to see my mom. And I showed him I was in the countryside or whatever. He was like, you going off the grid for real? I'm like, yeah, boom, I'm going off the grid. He was like, will I be able to reach you? I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that was the last conversation we had.
When you heard he was arrested, what'd you think?
It's like, you know, I didn't know what to think. I was like, damn. All right, maybe he'll just be able to bail out his son.
Well, he was arrested and he was denied bail.
Yeah,
and he had multiple bail appeals.
But even before
every one of them was denied.
Even before that, let's get to the legal part of it. If you're supposed to turn yourself in on Tuesday, and I come get you Monday, you don't get a bail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, for a guy who would say, yo, I give up my passport, I give up my kid's passport, and I put up the crib in Miami, both of them.
Wear an ankle monitor.
All that.
Pay for a monitor.
What happened with the guy from Abercrombie?
Yeah, I think he got a bail.
Huh?
FTX guy got a bail initially.
Yeah.
Messed it up.
And they having more. They having the fun boy party. They mad beefcake parties.
Right.
With little boys, and he got a bail.
Yeah.
This is, you know, it's just another assassination on an urban legend. All urban stars got to go through it. They didn't send the Abercrombie dude through that. We ain't even hear about that shit.
Look, man, this interview was interesting, man, but Diddy was a real sucker. He never thought that he would ever go to jail. So all of those stuff that he been doing all of these years, when Diddy go against that liquor company, that is where everything come crashing down. Then Cassie filed that lawsuit. All of the celebrities, all of the people that associate with Diddy came out with their lawsuit. Shit was just getting out of control. Shit was just wild to me. So what Diddy did, casting that video, that was horrible. That was just cruel. So I got to believe that Diddy is just a demon, because no way you can got daughters and do something like that to a female. That is just some bullshit. So a lot of people are saying that Cassie's not a victim because she was around Diddy for so long. She wanted the lifestyle. She wanted to be a star. That don't mean that Diddy should abuse her. That is just some serious domestic violence. I understand that they're both drug addicts. They're both toxic. They like the freaky lifestyle. But you should not put your hands on no female, man. If Cassie was my sister, I would have smacked the shit out of Diddy. He had to get me killed, because he was definitely wilding when he was doing that shit. He was out of control. So when Diddy daughters saw that video, they're supposed to be very traumatized. Can't believe that is their dad. This ninja was a real monster. So I understand that Diddy is a good hip-hop mogul and all, but he did some real sucker shit, because he was taking drugs, and Diddy's sober ever since. Since he go to jail, he's the most sober Diddy has ever been. Because all of those wild shit that he been doing, now he can think about it and think about the consequences that he has to face, and all of the bullshit that he has to change, and all of the money that he's losing. So Diddy learned from this mistake, man. This was a big testimony in his life. He learned everything, and he's not gonna make the same foolish mistake when he get out of jail. I don't think Diddy would ever be in no problems with anybody no more, man. No one really want to support Diddy. Nobody is not gonna work with him no more. Man, his reputation is tarnished. I don't see Diddy getting back from this shit. But it is what it is, man. It's out of space. Have a blessed day.
The reason Diddy is cooked is because Diddy put Ezeli Dantor on his back. And it ain't enough people talking about this for me. But that's because most of y'all don't know who Ezeli Dantor is. Ezeli Dantor. Let me tell you about it. Dantor is a voodoo spirit. A Loa. very high ranking, very vicious. This is who took down the French. This one spirit took down the French with the Haitians against the French. Dantor did all that. And that is who riding Diddy right now. Diddy is over. Even if Diddy got out, I'm trying to tell y'all, that main mindset, his whole spirit, I feel like she got that main spirit. Nobody's talking about it. Even the spiritualists. It ain't enough spiritualists talking about this. Diddy put Ezeli Dantor on his back. And this ain't just any spirit. This one of the ones you don't just play with. This one of them ones. Do you hear me? He had to not read nothing. Somebody must have told him, no, this is gonna protect you right here, man. This is gonna protect you. Somebody must have told him that with zero to no knowledge, he went and laid his ass on his stomach and got the most vicious voodoo spirit that protects women and children. By all means, I'm talking about will take your head off your motherfucking neck. One of her forms, she shows up with blood coming out of her mouth, blood coming out of her eyes. She's not game. I just don't understand that situation. And nobody's talking about it because people don't understand what's happening. Diddy is going down finally, not because of what he's done, but because of what he's done. Yeah.